Ben Jackson with you through until 1 this afternoon. Now, the University of Leicester has contributed a rare Sikh manuscript to a major exhibition showcasing unseen relics and artefacts in the 19th century Anglo Sikh Wars. Well, the exhibition, which is organised by the Sikh Museum Initiative and is entitled Anglo Sikh Wars, Battles, Treaties and Relics, will be hosted at Newarke Houses Museum in the centre of Leicester from, now it's on until the 4th of June 2017, and hopes to reveal a hidden era of British and Sikh history. Dr. Simon Dixon is from the University of Leicester Special Collections and joins us now. Simon, morning.
Good morning.
Just first of all, describe this Sikh manuscript to us.
Sure. It's a manuscript that dates from the early, we think from the early 19th century, and it contains verses from two Sikh holy writings, the Guru Granth Sahib and the Sri Dasam Granth. It's a fairly small manuscript, but it's obviously a very important manuscript, written in beautiful Punjabi handwriting from the early 19th century. Has very ornate leather binding, so it was obviously something that was treasured. That was something that was very important to the people that owned it and used it.
How did it end up in the museum's collections?
That's a really good question. It's actually in the collections of the University of Leicester Library, and it's been here since 1920, or since the 1920s. We know that it was retrieved from one of the battles during the Anglo Sikh Wars, the Battle of Ferozeshah in 1845. From then until it came to the university, we're not quite sure what happened to it, but it was in the possession, it was given to the university by Harry Hardy Peach, who was a well-known local inhabitant in the early 20th century. He founded Dryad Handicrafts. He was president of the Lytton Field Society. So it's a very prominent figure in Leicester and a very enthusiastic collector of manuscripts and rare books. So it's been here since the 1920s.
I mean, as an artifact, it's extremely important.
It is extremely important, and it's extremely rare as well. Very few manuscripts from this period survive. There are a number in other libraries around the country, but you can. It has a very rich and interesting history, which tells you about the way in which the scriptures were treated. The fact that they were taken into battle. So this would have been with an army regiment during the war. So it would have been used and read from during the events surrounding the battle.
No, I've got to say, hand on heart, I don't know a lot about the Anglo Sikh Wars in the 19th century. I know it's a difficult thing to ask, but just give us a quick outline of what it was all about.
Well, of course, for people who want to find out about the Anglo Sikh Wars, then the place to go is Newarke Houses Museum to see the fantastic exhibition that's on at the moment. But very briefly, it was a conflict fought between the Sikh Empire and the East India Company between 1845 and 1849. There were a series of battles which led to the annexation of the Punjab in 1945. They were very fiercely fought battles. There were many casualties on both sides. And the reason that many people don't know much about them is that it is kind of a forgotten episode of history. And in fact, the exhibition that the Sikh Museum Initiative have put on is the first major exhibition that's ever been held on this subject.
And so it's at Newarke Houses. We've got a little while to go and see it. What other kind of, because what intrigues me is it talks about treaties and relics. What other kind of things can we go and see?
Well, there's lots there. There's artifacts. There's things like swords and quoits that were used in battle during the war. But the Sikh Museum Initiative have done a lot of digital work as well. So there are opportunities to explore digital reconstructions of relics which are maybe too valuable or aren't in this country, but have been reconstructed digitally. So you can explore them via a touchscreen, or they've also used some very innovative augmented reality software, so you can almost feel like you're holding a gun from the 1840s.
Wow, it sounds intriguing, fantastic. Apart from anything else, the museum that it's going to be housed in is absolutely glorious too. Anything that gets people into Newarke Houses Museum has got to be a good thing. Simon Dixon, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
There you are, Dr. Simon Dixon from the University of Leicester Special Collections, joining us here on BBC Radio Leicester. It's 11:45.